Hi, Moral Recap here. Today I'm going to explain about an American thriller film called Runt. Spoilers ahead. Watch out and take care. The film opens inside Cal's room. Posters and hand-drawn paintings pinned on the walls. Cal gets up on the sound of the alarm clock along with his dog. He follows his morning routine. He takes a bath, he feeds his dog, and prepares a snack for school. His dog, Runt, steals a condom out of Cal's backpack, and Cal has to fight him to take it out of his teeth. Cal leaves for school with his bike and leaves Runt inside the yard, which is of course protected by a fence. Cal arrives at school and some guys have set him up. There is a coin on the ground and Cal wants to pick it up, but it's glued. Cecily warns Cal that the coin is glued, but Ronnie uses his foot to push Cal on the ground. Cecily helps Cal get up. Cal is angry and walks away, but his condom has fallen out of his backpack. Cecily picks it up and hides it in her hands. She also kicks the coin away and ruins the group's fun. Cal's class is taking a test. The guy sitting behind Cal, Hank, is trying to copy from him, but Cal won't let him, and Hank's friend. However, he bullies Cal and tells him to sit back. The teacher, Mr. Talley, calls Cal near him and asks him if he was letting those guys cheat. He tells Cal that he is going to fail him if he doesn't answer. Cal now has another class, and he can't take his eyes off of a particular girl. In fact, he has a sketch of that girl in his room, and he is also drawing another portrait of her in his notebook. The class splits into groups, and Cal joins the group that his crush is in. He tries to get Gabby's attention, but she is not much talkative towards him. In the school cafeteria, Cal shows Gabby's portrait to his friend Borgie. His friend admits it's good, but also says that he can't really give it to Gabby because she is Vic's girlfriend. Cal argues that Gabby can do so much better, and he mentions that his mother fell in love with his father when he wrote a song for her. In their next class, the kids are making some sketches. The teacher notices a letter on Cal's desk and congratulates him for getting into UCLA. Cal says he prefers Rhode Island. Cecily gives Cal his condom back and is thinking of asking him to the homecoming dance, but Borgie interrupts her and asks her how come everyone calls her homeschool. He ruins it for Cecily, and the bell rings. By noon, Cal jumps in front of Gabby and her friends and asks for a moment alone with her. He gets it. He is holding her sketched portrait in his hands. He asks her if she is planning to go to the homecoming school dance, and Gabby answers that nobody goes to those things. Gabby walks by him. Cal sees her backpack being open, and he throws the sketch in it. Cal unlocks his bike to ride home, but Vic and his friends take it out of his hands. Vic tells Cal that teacher Talley turned down his friend's paper because they cheated on the test. Cal promises that he didn't tell Talley anything. Vic says that if his friends get punished, they won't be able to play in the next game, and they won't hurt the team. They take his bike on the top stairs of the football stadium, and Cal goes with them. Vic asks Cal to convince Talley that his teammates didn't cheat. That next game is very important to them. Cal doesn't really care. The three of them forcibly put Cal in a barrel-shaped plastic trash can and they roll him down the stairs. Cal rides back home. He is tired and hurt, but he still finds the will to play with his dog a little bit. He gets his baseball bat and hits some balls. Runt runs and brings the ball back. At night, Cal's mother returns home, but we don't get to see her. She says she's tired and closes her bedroom door. The next morning at school, Principal Carey calls Cal in her office and says that a worker saw those boys roughing up Cal. At the same time, the football team's coach comes in the office with Vic. Vic shows Gabby's sketch to the principal and says that Cal has been stalking his girlfriend. The principal looks at Cal and he decides to resolve the situation by saying that nothing happened in the football field. The school day is over and Cecily approaches Cal to ask him if he wants to go to the library with her and do some smokes. She also asks him to the homecoming dance. Cal says nobody's going to those things, but Cecily corrects him and says that nobody goes to those things to dance. Cal goes to his part-time job at the supermarket. When he is finished, he rides to the library to meet Cicely, and they do a smoke together. She then asks Cal to give her a ride back home. They ride his bike together, and they crash just outside Cicely's house. Cal sees her legs and he likes them. He tells her she should not always wear long skirts because she has beautiful legs. She says she knows that and gets in her house. Cal returns home and grabs all he needs to go in his room and please himself. He asks his dog if he wants to stay outside or go in the room. The dog does a couple of circles around itself and decides to sit outside. Cal is in the same study group with Gabby again. She tells him that she actually liked his drawing, but Vic saw it and he went nuts. He also says that Vic will have his house to himself on the weekend and invites Cal over to the party. She tells him he should come and show Vic that what happened doesn't even bother him. Borgie and Cal visit in an isolated place and they have a pistol with them. They do some target practice. Borgie tries to convince Cal to go to the party that Gabby invited him. Cal doesn't like the idea because the party will take place at Vic's house. After some chit-chat, Cal agrees to go. The two of them go to the party. The attendants mostly do drugs and drink alcohol. Cicely joins the party as well, and she meets with Cal. When Borgie makes a fool out of himself, Cicely and Cal decide to take some fresh air. They go outside. Vic and his friends see them and start bothering them. Vic hates Cal and wants to see how he will feel if he messes with his girlfriend. They forcibly put Cal in the trunk of his car. Hank holds Cicely still. Cicely is in shock. Cal manages to get out of the trunk, and Gabby also pushes Vic away. Cicely doesn't want to talk to anyone, and she runs away. The next day, Cal and Borgie meet. Borgie apologizes for not being there to back him up. Cal doesn't think that he would do anything even if he was there. They insult each other. Borgie says that they keep messing with Cal because they don't take him seriously. Cal tells him that Borgie was the real joke at the party. They verbally fight and take their separate ways. Cal can't find Cicely at school. Gabby gives him a note, but he doesn't want to read it. Cal finds his bike chain cut, and the bike is practically unusable. Cal has to run to work. When he gets there, his manager fires him because he is late for the third time. He calls his mom to pick him up, but she never answers the phone. He has to walk back home and carry his bike with him. He gets home and checks on his mom. She is sleeping. Cal is terribly angry. He steals his mom's car and Runt hops in with him. He drives to Vic's house. He is ready to retaliate. He sets Vic's car on fire. Vic and Hank run out of the house and they call 911. Hank takes a peek at the back part of Cal's car while he's driving away, and he's able to look at Runt. Cal is not going to school the next day. He has a short and meaningless conversation with his mother. He fixes his bike and visits Cicely's house with Runt. Her father comes out the door. Cal asks about Cicely, and her father says that she's not home. He obviously has no idea about what happened. They go and wait for Cicely outside the library for a while. Hank is driving his car with his friend and notices Cal and Runt. He says, "I knew it," making the connection as soon as he sees Runt. Cal takes Runt and they hide. Hank and his friend look for him, but they don't spot him. Cal visits a gun shop and he considers buying a gun. Cicely messages Cal and they meet the same night. Cal asks Cicely if she's thinking of going to the cops regarding Vic's assault. Cicely says no due to two reasons. First, her father is on probation, and if he learns about what happened, he will overreact and they will send him back to jail. Second, everybody says that Cal firebombed Vic's car, and if that comes out in a larger scale, it will ruin his future. She warns him to be careful if he goes to school tomorrow. Cal goes back to school and meets with Borgie. He says he's sorry for everything. He says he is the one who cut his bike chain because he was angry. But from now on, he will have his back because things are getting serious. Cal evades Vic and his friends for the whole day, but they finally get to him. A fight breaks, but Cal defends himself efficiently by using the iron fist he obviously bought and some dirty tricks. Teacher Tally mixes in and breaks the fight. Cal walks home and feels proud of himself. Ronnie and his friends cut him off, and they say they liked what he did. They get him in their Jeep and cheer the name Madman for him. They give him a ride home and invite him to bowling tonight. They do go bowling and have some fun. Ronnie tells Cal a story about his father, how he sprayed his drugs with Ajax to mess with him and teach him a lesson. But that had ugly side effects for him, and he suffered for 6 months. Anyways, he invites him at the after party, but Cal is not in for it. Cal calls Cicely and asks her what she is doing right now. Cal returns home and Cicely is waiting outside his house with Runt. Cal tells her about his night and Cicely asks him about Runt. Cal says Runt was a stray dog. He found him and took him in. They get in the house and Cicely tells him he kicked some butts today. Cal is afraid he will get in trouble, but Cicely soothes him by saying that everybody blames the fight on Vic. They hug and Cicely says that if Vic comes asking for some more, he will deserve what he will get. Cal and Cicely watch a movie. They are close to each other. Runt whines because he is jealous. Cal takes Runt out and says that he gets jealous when he doesn't get the attention. Cal and Cicely sleep together. The next morning, they wake up and Cicely checks out Cal's room. She mentions he is very talented. They also read a letter that Cal has received. It's from Rhode Island. Cal has been rejected, but he takes it lightly. They walk out of the house, they give their first kiss, and Cicely leaves. Cal looks for his dog but can't find Runt. He spots bloodstains and follows them. He eventually finds Runt dead in a trash can. Cal gets crazy about it. He confronts Vic at school, but Vic denies everything. Later on, at a school event, they have another standoff. This time, Vic whines like Runt used to whine, and Cal understands that Vic is the one who did it. Revenge is a plate better served cold. Cal waits until the big football game night. Vic is not playing since he has hurt his hand. The team is losing and the players are not in a good mood. Cal sneaks in the locker room and finds their drugs. He sprays them with a chemical liquid cleanser so they shall have all the negative side effects that Ronnie described. The players snort those drugs and they become a mess. They bleed and they get migraines. In the meantime, Cicely and Borgie get suspicious and start looking for Cal. Cal isolates Vic and messes with his head. He makes him feel bad and then beats him up with his baseball bat. At some point, Vic steals the bat out of his hands, but Borgie bursts in with his pistol and shoots in the air. Cal gets the pistol and the bat and tells Borgie to flee or he'll get in trouble. Finally, Cal is ready to make Vic pay for his crime. Cicely finds them and prevents Cal from shooting Vic. However, she gives Cal his bat and tells him to make Vic pay another way. Cal hits Vic 2 times and hard. Cicely stops him. He's had enough. They get rid of the bat and the pistol and are ready to face the consequences together. If they face any, it's Cal's word against Vic's. Subscribe to see more videos like this, turn on the notifications, and leave a like to help the channel grow. Thanks for watching.